Yeah. What did we speak about last week? We spoke about what? The heart. What's the heart in Arabic again? Qalb. Qalb. And we spoke about the qalb. Today we're going to speak about the ruh. Because I think before we go on the journey, it's good to know who we are. It's good to know who we are before we can go on this journey, inshallah. So Allah says in Surah Al-Hijr, بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, وإذ قال ربك للملائكة. When قال said ربك, your master said للملائكة, to the angels, إني خالق بشرا. Verily I am going to create a bashar. A bashar is what? A person, a human being. Min salsalin, from some salsal. Some sal is some from like clay. Min hama'in masnoon. Hama'in is like mud, masnoon, that has been altered. It's a long tafsir, but it's basically clay made from mud. فَإِذَا سَوَّيْتُهُ. Allah speaking to who? Allah speaking, وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ. Allah speaking to who? The angels. This conversation is taking place between Allah and the angels before He creates Nabi Adam. Allah is like giving them news. I'm telling you some news now. فَإِذَا سَوَّيْتُهُ. So then, when I have sawaitu, I have fashioned him, and formed him, and proportioned him, and balanced him. وَنَفَخْتُ. Like فَعَلْتُ. What does فَعَلْتُ mean? Hey Rob, what's happening? What does فَعَلْتُ mean? Do you need more sort of homework? فَعَلَ, he did. فَعَلْتُ, I did. What is we did? فَعَلْنَا. What's ضَرَبْتُ? ضَرَبْتُ, I hit. We hit? ضَرَبْنَا. So this is here. وَنَفَخْتُ. نَفَخْتُ. نَفَخَ means to breathe out. نَفَخْتُ means what? I have breathed out. Allah is speaking about Himself. Allah says, فَإِذَا, so when سَوَّيْتُهُ, when I have fashioned and proportioned him. وَنَفَخْتُ, and I have blown out, I have breathed out, فِيهِ, into him, this being, Nabi Adam. Min from ruhi, from my ruh. From a ruh that comes from. So the ruhi, just to make it clear, the ruh is not part of Allah. It's something created by Allah. And it's blown into Nabi Adam. When that happens, فَقَعُوا لَهُ سَاجِدِينَ. فَقَعُوا, قَعُوا means to fall down. Then all of you angels fall down, lahu, to him, out of respect. Sajidin. A sajid is a prostrator. What do you see there? Una'ina. You see it? Did you see it? You didn't see it, no? You see it now. What hal is sajidina in? What hal is sajidina in? Nasbun or jarun. It's the same Arabic, no? We're still busy with that there. Okay. This is an important verse. This is an important verse. Why? Because Allah is speaking about the time when He created Nabi Adam, and Allah is speaking about something specific that happened. So what is the body of Nabi Adam made from? Clay. Allah in the way He knows best, Allah takes the clay and Allah fashions and forms this perfect, beautiful being, Nabi Adam. Then almost like the life force comes from where? From Allah. And what verb does Allah use in terms of transmitting that life force? What did He do? He blew it into Nabi Adam. In a way He knows best. Like I find that language very intimate. Because if you breathe out, is that breath close to you? Was it close to you? Is the breath you? Is your breath you? Your breath isn't you. At least I don't think so. But I mean, you use your body and your cells and your blood. But your breath coming out isn't you. You with me? But it's the closest thing that could have been to you. You with me? It's a very intimate, your breath is so close to you, it goes into you and it comes out to you. So Allah obviously has no physical being, but we say the imagery Allah is using. I blew into him min ruhi, from a ruh of mine. Not my ruh that my own ruh, a ruh that I have created. So can you see the intimacy? Can you see the intimacy? The intimacy is Allah is then breathing into Nabi Adam this ruh. And what happens the moment Allah breathes into this ruh, into this person? I'll tell you in Arabic there's two words for then. The one word is fa and the one word is thumma. Fa and thumma. Fa means then and thumma means then. But fa means then for immediacy. Like immediately. So Allah uses which then? When I'm going to blow into him from my ruh, fa, then immediately all of you fall down to him, sajidin, in prostration. And the verse carries on. Do you have a ruh? Do you have a ruh? Where did your ruh come from? No, but I'm saying, how did it come from? Like, when did it come? Did your ruh come when you were born? Did your ruh come in the womb? Did your ruh come when you were mukallaf? When does your ruh come to you? Or when you at the moment you made it, you have a ruh? You understand my question? Okay, so obviously your ruh is from way back in time. Did Allah gather your ruh? He gathered your ruh long time ago. But when did your ruh enter your body? When did Nabi Adam's ruh enter his body? When Allah breathed it into him, right? When did your ruh enter your body? In your mother's womb. After what? After you were conceived. You with me? You weren't conceived with a ruh. You were just a body there. And then Allah actually sends an angel. This comes in the authentic hadith. Allah sends an angel, and the angel puts this ruh into you. Do you know how profound it is? What's profound about that? Nabi Adam is created from clay, and Allah himself breathes that ruh into Nabi Adam. You created from the normal means, same as an animal is created. But something else gets added into you that's not from this dunya. It's almost like, in a sense, brought down to you. And that is your ruh. So this is an important understanding of who you are. Because there's many understandings of who you are and where you came from. This is us as Muslims, what we believe. We believe that your ruh comes from Allah. It's sent by an angel. It's placed inside of you after conception. So what about this ruh? What about this ruh? This ruh dwells inside of you. It's almost like you're in this world, but you have something inside of you that doesn't belong in this world. You with me? Like you're walking around like everybody else in this world, but something inside of you doesn't belong in this world, it belongs in a different dimension. And that something that belongs in a different dimension, you can't feed it from this world. You can give it food, you can give it clothing, you can give it money, you can give it power. It can't be fed from this world because it's not from this world. So there are many, many people who don't acknowledge that they have something inside of them not from this world. And they act as if they are only from this world, only for this world, and only will end up in this world. And their life is like that. And part of the reason is they don't understand who they are. Who they are. And in the scale of creation, in terms of minerals and animals and plants and planets and natural resources and human beings and angels and jinn, where do you rank? In the hierarchy of creation, where do you rank? Where do you rank? Is a piece of broccoli above you? Are you above the broccoli? Of course you're above the broccoli. You eat the broccoli. What do you mean? The broccoli doesn't have rights. I just cut it. You just cut it and you boil it also. I mean, how cruel is that? You cut the thing, you boil it, you chew it. I mean, that's like very... What are you doing to the broccoli? How about that chicken? Is that chicken above you? Same thing. You cut it. You cut it up. I mean, like it's actually quite intense what you do to... anyway. The point I wanted to make was what? That you are on top. On top. And Allah Himself tells you on top. Allah says in this verse here, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. وَلَقَدْ, and certainly karramna means what again? We. We, Allah, karramna, we have, Allah speaking about Himself, we have given honor to Bani Adam. To who? To the children of Adam. وَحَمَلْنَاهُمْ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ, and we have carried them on this land and on this earth. وَرَزَقْنَاهُمْ مِنْ طَيِّبَاتِ, and we have given them all sorts of goodness. وَفَضَّلْنَاهُمْ عَلَى كَثِيرٍ, and فَضَّلْنَاهُمْ, and we have preferred them. We have given them superiority. عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِمَّنْ خَلَقْنَا تَفْضِيلًا, upon much of that we have created with a enormous preference. The point I want to bring home, how you conceive yourself, what you think of yourself, affects the way you behave, the way you act, your character, how you picture yourself. Like someone says, I'm worthless. If someone doesn't value themselves, they're going to let themselves do anything or anything be done to them. You with me? So I'm asking you, in the eyes of Allah, do you have value? And I'm saying that you have immense value. You are on top of Allah's creation. You are the most honored in the eyes of Allah. وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ, we have certainly honored Bani Adam, and Allah Himself is saying, we have done that. So we are walking around in this dunya not as animals. Even though there are some forces in this dunya which want to turn us into animals. In every single way. But we are people of a ruh. We are people that have something inside of us that belongs to the Jannah. It belongs to the Akhirah. And we are a people that we are here on a pit stop. And you know where we're headed? We are headed home. Because what's going to happen to this body? It's going to disappear. But it's not us. This body isn't me. So I think a big part of our education and our children's education is one point. Is what? That you are a being of honor. You are a being of honor, and therefore you carry yourself with honor. You're not an animal. You're not a plant. You're not a thing. You are a being of honor, and you're honored by Allah. And our duty is what? Is to be honorable. And how do you be honorable? With akhlaq. You with me? That's what the Prophet said, I've come only to teach you akhlaq, because akhlaq gives you honor. Akhlaq with Allah, akhlaq with creation, that gives you honor. If you break the akhlaq, you break your honor. You break your honor. So our view of ourselves is that we need to be honorable. Honorable in the words that you speak. Even if it's to your wife or your husband who is intimate with you, the words you speak must be words of honor. The words you speak with your colleagues must be words of honor. What you do in private must be actions of honor. What you do with your limbs, your eyes and your ears must be gazes and hearing of honor. Because this is who we're supposed to be. So a big part of this journey is what? Is elevating ourselves from a dishonorable state to an honorable state. And how's the only way you can do that? It's with Iman, and following that Iman up with action. There's no other way. Inna al-insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu. We khusr, we like lost. Asfal as-safilin. The lowest of the low, except if you have what? If you have faith. And part of your faith is also who you are in front of Allah. So I want to end and say that inside of you today, be aware that you have a ruh. And if you don't feed that ruh, you won't even, you'll starve it. And how do you feed this ruh? Like you come in the morning here, Tabarak alladhi. I'm telling you, you do that, something's happened to your ruh. Because are those words from this dunya or from out of this dunya? Those words don't come from this dunya. That's kalamullah. You with me? That's kalamullah. Everything related to Allah is not from this dunya. So, may Allah give us honor. And honor because we have a ruh. Without this ruh, there's nothing. So, look after our ruh. Our